Hey guys! So today I'm going to be talking about what the difference is between a traditional balayage and a modern balayage. A modern balayage is literally just a term that was made up so I can recognize what people were kind of searching for. So I market it that way. I took a class with Hello Cindy. Thank you, girl, for changing my life on that. But I took a class with her and that's what she called it. And I kind of just liked the idea of having my own lingo. So I kept it. And when I market it on my Instagram, I put modern balayage or traditional balayage. So when people call in, they're able to see the difference, hopefully. But I do still get a lot of questions about pricing, just what's the difference in general, how long is it going to take, how long does it last, yada yada yada. So I'm going to go over all of those things with you right now. So basically the difference between a traditional balayage is just the technique, how you get there, right? So there's a million ways to do one thing, especially in this industry. A traditional balayage is hand painted, it's aerated, so you don't have to wrap it in anything at all, or you can separate it with cotton or saran wrap or even foil if you wanted to. I mean, it's not very effective, but basically it's a hand painted technique, so you're able to kind of place where you want to see the lightener. Now the difference between a traditional and a modern balayage is that, so modern is placed into foils, and you're able to get about 4, okay, so I don't want to overpromise. Everybody's different and it depends on your scenario, but I can typically get about 4 levels of lift. So I can get most people to a level 9, 10. I get myself there. Isn't that awesome? With Blonde Me. So I don't know, that's the difference in the technique, is that a balayage technique can evolve. You can use, you know, you can do it the first time and it looks great, it looks sun-kissed and still warm. And then maybe that person goes out in the sun, it brightens up a little bit, but maybe it doesn't. And they come back for a second session, even a third session, sometimes a 4th session, to get the result that I can get in 1 session, usually, maybe 2, with a modern balayage. Foil is a heat conductor, so it traps the heat in and allows the lightener to lift a little bit, so it gives you more lift, basically. So with my modern balayages, I only use 7 volume. I do not like breakage. It's taken me a little bit to kind of figure out the swing of things, but I am all about the integrity of the hair. I personally have super dark hair, I don't know if you can see that. And I've had to kind of like figure out what works for me and basically translate that into behind the chair. So we went over a technique, that's the main difference. Hand painted, aerated versus strategically placed foils. The other difference is with the modern balayage, I'll typically do a step 2, like I'll root down a darker color so that there's like highs and lows, whereas a balayage, I just kind of use your natural hair color as your base. I don't really mess with it at all because I don't like having all that mess to deal with. I really like the way that it looks when I'm able to just place the lightener where I want to see it. The second thing is price. Modern balayage is, without a shadow of a doubt, going to be 4 to 6 hours. So that's already going to be a lot longer time than a traditional balayage. Traditional balayage will sit for a while. Takes me about 30 to 45 minutes to apply, and I usually let it sit for like an hour and a half. And so that's you know, maybe 3 hours for a traditional balayage, but you're not gonna leave with silver white hair. And if you're asking me for silver white hair, typically it's not gonna be a traditional balayage, just not going to. And honestly, I don't even do them that much anymore, because the trend is white hair, so no warmth. No one wants warmth. I think it's beautiful. I think there's a place for it, and I could and I would, but I just don't anymore. I'm not asked to do that anymore. Third thing, let's see. So price, technique, time, price. So traditional balayage, everything here is a la carte. So if you don't get it, you're not paying for it. That's just how it goes. You could get a haircut only, no style, and you wouldn't pay for the style. You could get a haircut in style, you could get just a style. So everything is a la carte. So when people ask me how much, I hate that question, because everybody's different, and it depends on where we begin, what we start with, what your canvas looks like, what your hair history is, what you've done to it in the last 5 years, not 5 months, okay? 5 years. I need to know 5 years, okay? And that's gonna be another video too, is hair history. I had someone ask me that today. Why does it matter, you know, what's underneath? It's faded out. I can't see it. Black box color. I said, well, guess what? When I lighten that hair, we are all going to see it. So that's going to control us in our lightening service. So that's why it's important not to lie to your stylist. There are some people that have lied to me. I'm like, what are you? Don't lie to your stylist. Really, just don't do it. It's not going to be good. And everyone's gonna know, and we're gonna call you out, and we're gonna say, listen, Sally or Joe Beth, I see that you have lied to me. Now we have an issue. So anyways, yeah, so we go over price, technique, time, upkeep. Upkeep is the same. Typically, the modern balayage is actually going to last you longer. So I do know what a modern balayage is going to start at about $450 is what I could say. $400, but honestly, it's more like $450 if I'm being really frank. I haven't done a $400 in a while, so it's $450 and up. So for every tube, it's $15 additional. So you get 2 ounces of color, and then from there it just goes up, okay? Because usually you use a lot of lightener and it's a mess, but it's beautiful in the end. Price for the traditional balayage, like I said, it's always different. It's typically about $100 less, just because we place it on, we put it. You really don't need a whole lot more lightener. You're kind of leaving some places underneath, so you're gonna have that underlying pigment popping through. You're not like saturating all like your ends, you know? Whereas modern balayage, pretty much your whole head, you're really making a change. Like you're going from nothing to everything right there. Like, I don't know if you guys saw my brunette to blonde balayage or modern balayage. But she like legit, we did full pattern in one session, and it was 6.5 hours, and it was a lot of lightener, and she has the most hair. So there's that. Mostly, I think too, it's a look. The difference between a traditional balayage and a modern balayage is going to be the look. So imagine like a 4, 5, 6-year-old little girl that is like naturally kind of blonde. You guys might be one of these people. And she goes out to the pool for every single day out in the middle of summer, right? And her hair begins in the beginning of summer, it's going to be like a sandy blonde. At the end of summer, she's super tan and her hair is like long, but it still has like a glow to it. So it's still like a little beigey. The tips might be like whiter looking, but it's like a buttery blonde. So it's still got some gold in it, still got some yellow in it. It's just not, you know, platinum. So that's what you want to imagine, is that the sun just kissed your hair and made it glisten in the right spots. That's what a balayage does. Modern balayage is like, listen, I'm coming in brunette and I want to leave blonde. And traditional balayage is not going to take you there in one session. Traditional balayage usually takes me about 3 to 4 sessions to get a mass change with minimal gold. So just keep that in mind. That's really what it is. Traditional balayage is typically going to have warmth, which is like gold, copper, underlying pigments are going to pop through. And then modern balayage is going to go like 0 to 60 in one session, quick. So you're going to be more cool tones if you want to be, but you have a lot more options with the modern balayage. So I think that's about it. I'm gonna pretty much end this video. Hopefully that was like super informative and we can like answer some questions, and so I don't get this question asked over and over and over. I just thought it'd be really awesome and easy to like refer back to this when I'm asked like what the difference is. So I appreciate your support and your love, and keep the questions coming so I know what to talk about and I know how to like assist you guys. But anyways, thank you. I love you. Happy Mother's Day. I love you all.